Hey, New York. We're big fans here at EngiArchis. We love your engineering, your architecture, your history. But there's one piece of infrastructure we have to talk about: your subway. It's not like any other in the world. It's bigger, older, louder, and somehow still iconic. Now, with a $68 billion plan to rebuild it, one question remains. Can all that money really save New York's subway? The New York City subway isn't just a transit system. It's a living, breathing symbol of the city itself. But for millions of daily riders, it's also a daily struggle. Delays, aging trains, overcrowded stations. While metros in Tokyo or Hong Kong run with near-perfect precision, New York recorded over 40,000 delays on a single line in 2024. So, what went wrong? The answer lies deep underground, in the story of a century-old system stretched to its limits. First, understand this. The New York subway is huge, more than 2.5 times longer than London's Underground, and second only to Beijing in the number of stations. And unlike almost every other metro system in the world, it never stops. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's shut down just 13 times in its entire history. That relentless operation makes it one of the toughest systems on Earth to maintain. In 2024, MTA CEO Janno Lieber announced the most ambitious capital plan in New York's history: $68.4 billion to modernize trains, stations, and signaling. New R211 trains are already rolling through the Bronx with wider doors, digital displays, onboard cameras, and open gangways connecting every car. They're replacing trains from the 1970s that break down constantly. The old R46 models fail every 46,000 miles. The new R211s, they can run over 220,000 miles without a single fault. That's a massive leap in reliability and maybe, just maybe, the end of New York's notorious delays. But before we celebrate, let's look back. The subway has been here before. In the 1970s, it was on the brink of collapse. Decades of underfunding and urban decay left stations in ruins, trains covered in graffiti, and ridership at an all-time low. Then came the 1980s revival. Billions invested in new cars, cleaner stations, and better security. By the 1990s, the subway was reborn, but success didn't last. Budget cuts in the 2000s, the 2008 crash, and vanity projects diverted funds from what mattered most: maintenance. It's a cycle New York knows too well. Build, neglect, collapse, and rebuild again. Deep underground lies one of the subway's biggest problems: its ancient signaling system. Most of the network still relies on fixed block signaling, technology from nearly a century ago. It's safe but painfully slow. It can't pinpoint where a train is, so it leaves huge safety gaps between them. The result? Long waits, crowded platforms, endless delays. The solution is called CBTC, communications-based train control. Trains constantly share their location and speed in real time, allowing them to run closer together, faster, and safer. On the L and 7 lines, this technology has already improved on-time performance to over 90%. Now, it's expanding 75 miles of upgraded track across 9 lines by 2029. Modernization isn't only about technology. Fare evasion cost the MTA more than $1 billion in 2024. So new ticket barriers are being tested: taller, smarter, harder to jump. Early results show a 60% drop in fare dodging at pilot stations and a 30% decrease network-wide within months. It's not glamorous, but it's progress. Of course, all this progress comes with a cost. A quarter of the subway's funding comes from a congestion charge. Drivers now pay up to $9 to enter Manhattan below 60th Street. The goal is simple: reduce traffic, cut emissions, and fund public transport. But it's sparked outrage. Lawsuits from New Jersey and even federal opposition have tried to stop it. For many commuters, it feels unfair. Their own rail systems are falling apart, and now they're being asked to pay for New York's fixes. Still, without this toll, billions in funding could disappear overnight. Even with $68 billion, there's one big question. Is it enough? Because building in New York is expensive. The Second Avenue subway, just 2 miles long, cost more than $4.5 billion, making it the most expensive subway project on Earth. Meanwhile, Paris is building the Grand Paris Express 200 kilometers, 68 new stations for roughly half the cost. Why? Because bureaucracy, labor rules, and complex procurement add years and billions to even simple projects. In New York, progress is never just about engineering, it's about politics, process, and persistence. But this is New York, the city that never sleeps, the city that builds skyscrapers over rail lines and lifts historic theaters 9 meters into the air. If any city can pull this off, it's this one. The $68 billion plan could finally bring faster trains, cleaner stations, and fewer delays. But even if it doesn't fix everything, that's okay. Because perfection was never what made the subway great. It's chaotic, noisy, unpredictable, and absolutely New York. And that's exactly why we love it. This is EngiArchis, where we explore the stories behind the world's most ambitious architecture and engineering. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and join us as we uncover the projects shaping our cities and the challenges defining their future. See you in the next one.